Hello everyone, I'm Brian. Today I'm writing to 4 common foods you must avoid. So I'm wondering if it's food types like meat or red meat or maybe steak, or just specific foods like beef, um, or like broccoli or something like that. Anyways, I figured it'd be a little bit of a change, but let's hear what it has to say.
It goes and sticks in your colon. So the waste material, which should have easily flown out, will not flow out of the system.
It's a hotbed for illness. That means your respiratory action and your thought process and your sense of smell will get lowered over a period of time. It definitely renders to you dullness. If you eat too much of tuberous material like potatoes and other tuberous substances, you will generate gas which is below the navel. Once you generate gas there, your prana between the navel and the pit of the throat will not function as it should, and the dynamism levels in your system will go down. Among the vegetables, things like radish, these are one of the few things which grow underground and still positive. Carrot, radish, all the other tuberous material like potatoes and potato family are zero pranic, but they cause what is called the stamas. Stamas means it brings a certain inertia into you. We generally advise students and meditators not to eat potatoes and its family because they increase the sleep quota. Both for the student who's studying and for the meditator, the biggest enemy is the sleep. If you close your eyes and sit, if you open the textbook, textbook is a great tranquilizer.
Do we stop eating textbooks too?
And on top of it, if you're on a potato diet, you'll fall asleep instantly.
Hold on. I'm wondering if it's not necessarily just potato, but like a specific enzyme or protein or something in the potato. I know like carbs. If you eat a lot of carbs, I'm assuming it's a particular type of carb, because I have felt it, a lot of people felt it, they call it the food coma. But if you eat a lot of carbs, you tend to be like so tired and sleepy afterwards. I have felt that a few times. So I don't know if it's all carbs or if it's particular types of carbs though. Dairy products for adults. I love milk. Absolutely love milk. I can't stop drinking milk.
Dairy products have certain enzymes which are used today to manufacture certain textile adhesives. These adhesives are not water soluble. So when you consume a lot of dairy product, it goes and sticks in your colon. So the waste material, which should have easily flown out, will not flow out of the system.
The general alertness in the body and in the mind will go down by consumption of dairy products. At least those who come from the south, they told you even in your school, if you eat the curd rice, you will fall asleep. Yes or no? If somebody is sleepy, it's a common thing in South India, thair sadam saapittu vandiya. Everybody knows it makes you dull, but the teacher also eats, that's a problem.
Curd rice. I don't know what that is. I eat rice, but curd rice, I'm not sure. I'm guessing it's maybe rice with some type of dairy product. I would love to try it. I guess if you ever go in touring in India, don't eat too much curd rice because you might be eat that at the end of the night, so that way you can sleep well, not at the beginning. Meat products, I kind of figured so.
It is an established fact medically that in your present system, if you eat raw meat, it would take anywhere between 70 to 72 hours to pass through the system. If you eat cooked meat, it would take 50 to 54 hours to pass through the system. If you eat cooked vegetarian meals, it will take 24 to 30 hours to pass through the system. If you eat an uncooked vegetable, it will take 12 to 15 hours to pass through the system. If you eat a fruit, it will take 1.5 to 3 hours to pass through the system. Why is it taking so much time? Because essentially the elementary canal in a human being is about 24 to 36 feet long, this whole pipe that's going from lip to the anal outlet. In all the herbivorous animals, this is a feature, that their alimentary canal is approximately 5 to 6 times the length of their body. In all the carnivores, it's only 2.5 to 3 times the length of their body. Or in other words, all the meat-eating animals have a very short intestinal length. All the herbivores have a long intestinal length. So, because vegetarian food passes through the system quickly, so the design factor of length has been designed like this. So when you eat meat and keep in the system for a long time, definitely it's a hotbed for illness. In many ways you will create it. Eating meat has become a part of our, in the culture in the world, because in many societies in the past, survival was the mode. When it's a question of survival, eat anything that is necessary to be eaten, that's a different thing. Once survival is taken care of, that's when you choose. Now you choose what kind of a body you want, what kind of function you want to perform, accordingly you eat. This is not about a taboo about eating meat. This is about eating more consciously. This is eating by choice.
I believe… Okay. I do believe, like, I know humans evolve and we evolve too. So I'm wondering, if you eat enough meat, does your body evolve to be able to handle meat better? No, but it's pretty… I hear it's pretty kind of true because, again, I said this before in other videos, where carbs gets processed through your body very quickly. It's very easy to break down, and it'll go through your body relatively quickly. The next thing that gets processed a little bit slower than that is going to be protein, so meats. Any kind of protein, really, even like a vegetable protein, or if there's such a thing, but just proteins in general, which we typically get by meat. And then the third slowest, which is the slowest of all of them, it's fats. That takes the longest for your body to process. But from certain dietitians that I've heard, that they say fats keep you full longer because it stays in your stomach a little bit longer, so it takes a while for it to process. So you're not always as hungry, you're not always craving food or anything like that. And also, if you go with the keto diet, from what I understand, it's kind of because of the change, your body doesn't store the energy as much. So, in terms of the keto diet, you have to make sure you keep eating when you're hungry, because you'll get a drain in your energy. So again, I'm not a professional on that, and obviously do your research. But yeah, I understand the carbs is the quickest to burn. Next is protein. Next is fat.
In the yogic tradition, if you cook anything, maximum within 1.5 hours you must consume it. If there are certain types of items, up to 4 hours is okay. Beyond that, you don't touch. It doesn't matter how tasty it is, how nice it is, you don't touch anything, because then you will develop gases in the system. Gas is not only in the stomach that you will feel obviously, but you will develop vayus in the system which will work against your pranavayu. That means your respiratory action and your thought process and your sense of smell will get lowered over a period of time. These three are very vital for you to be a vibrant human being.
There it is. Now that's very interesting. I never heard of tubular vegetables in terms of like avoiding. I've always heard vegetables are good for you. And man, the Irish people, I believe, are all about the potatoes. Again, they had a horrible potato famine, which caused very bad starvation during the time. And I guess that's the reason why they're kind of known for that, because I guess that is their main product to eat. Kind of I was gonna say kind of sucks, but at the same time, if it's keeping you alive, it's keeping you alive. And even talking about potatoes like that, I was just thinking about French fries as well. I love, and cheese is fine. Not really worried about cheese. Definitely love milk, milk, absolutely. Then meat, yeah, of course I like meat. I eat steak, not very often. Chicken mostly. I would love to eat a whole much more fish, but fish tends to be a little bit more expensive than chicken. What else? I think that's about it, really. I don't always eat meat, but I do eat it. Food cooked over 1.5 hours ago. So basically, food has been sitting out for a little bit. I can't be that. I can't be like that. Like if the food is still technically good, I'll have to eat it. You know, it's a matter of not being wasteful. And don't get me wrong. Like obviously, you shouldn't let food sit out for too long because it is honestly bad. It can be bad. It all depends on the area. Even sometimes over an hour might be bad. Again, not a professional here, not whatever. So just whenever, eat food when you can, and if you're not eating it, put it up. Um, but yeah, put it in a refrigerator. It'll preserve the food a lot longer, so it's not wasteful. If you know how to cook the exact amount for yourself and for your family, that's fantastic. That's better. But if again, a lot of people don't really cook for themselves, and if you do, and especially if you're in a busy life, it's my opinion, perfectly okay to cook over the days. I think our food regulations, excuse me, say that it's okay to keep certain food products in the refrigerator for a prolonged period of time. So usually within a few days after cooking, which allows you to free up some time. I've gone past that a few times, been perfectly fine. But regardless of whatever anyone says, the best thing to do is to observe the food. Smell it to make sure it doesn't smell rotten. If it does, regardless of when it was cooked, it might be something to throw away. If it looks like it's developing mold or something, be cautious, do the research, and see if it's still good or not. But generally speaking, if it smells bad, regardless if that was just cooked an hour ago, it might be bad. It might not be good to eat. So that's my reaction to 4 common food types you must avoid with Sadhguru. I kind of figured it's a little bit different, but these things are kind of very interesting to help you live a more spiritual life. Because obviously, if your body's giving you trouble, it's going to be hard to meditate. It's going to be hard to do some things. Am I going to give up dairy? Probably not. Am I going to give up potatoes? I mean, I don't eat a lot in it anyway. I eat salads. I eat meat, like chicken mostly. Not every day. I want to eat more fish, but again, I don't eat that every day either. It makes me think, what the heck do I eat every day? Unhealthy stuff, probably. Anyways, and then food cooks. Obviously, that's just a health issue in general. Cook it, prep it, put it out, eat it, and whenever it's not eaten, go ahead and pack it up and put it in the refrigerator so that's preserved. Not to be wasteful. Anyways, if you like my content, please consider subscribing, thumbs up, the sound down below. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next vid.